When I was a kid, I had sketchbooks and notebooks where I made drawings of everything that I found interesting. There was biology, science, technology. I made drawings like this about the freshwater ecosystem. And I was fascinated by how garbage, waste actually lead to new life, because this is the whole cycle. And I also, of course, drew drawings about the ecosystem, the trees and all other plant life to survive, because we need oxygen. And what is our place as a human within this ecosystem? And I also made drawings like this. I come from a country that has one of the biggest gas fields in the world. And I never understood. I understood that we need the energy, but I did not understood why we should ruin the earth for oil drilling, and that we needed the gas. And all the people, they said it's fantastic that we have gas. But now we are 30 years later, because I was around 11 that I made these drawings. Now we see that we have earthquakes. And actually my house where I live is damaged by the gas drilling and the gas production. So we could not oversee the consequences of what the older generations have done. Now, of course, I have children. They fear the consequences. And when I was also 11, I make drawings like this. This is about electricity. And actually, I liked the right side of my sketchbook, because this was clean and green energy, and I had dreams that every house had its own windmill. I also make drawings of solar panels on roofs, because I think that that's the right place where you should place solar panels on the roof. I have a house now with solar panels, and it makes me happy every day that I see that electricity is produced on a clean way. That makes me happy, it makes my wife happy, it makes my children happy. So I think this is the way forward. But yeah, all the people, they said, well, I was too optimistic. Yeah, we had these dreams, but it's very difficult to realize. We needed a lot of new technology. And when I was around 16, I airbrushed posters like this. This is our little sun close by. And I had actually a very pessimistic view of how the world should look like. So I grew older, I married. I have 2 children, great children. And what I do is what we always have done in evolution. We share knowledge, we pass on knowledge to the next generation. And I showed my daughter, and I have also a son, my drawings when I was 11. And I'm very lucky. My daughter is very creative. She's also have the little bit of talent that I had with drawing and art. But yeah, this is the essence of what makes us human. We pass on knowledge and values to the next generation. And we do this over and over again in this cycle of life. And now we are on the brink of something which is very dangerous, which is the climate crisis. We have to make urgent choices for our children, for our next generations. And because what I want is that my daughter makes the same drawings as I did and show them to her children. And this is the values that we want to bring to our children. And I have a son. He's very interested in plants that grow, and I showed him this drawing I made from the ecosystem, where the human has a place, but also the trees have a place. And the one is not more important than the other. We are all equal, the whole system, the whole earth, and everything is living on this cycle. This is of main importance. It has the same quality, and it should have the same voice. And in 2017 I had the opportunity to give a lecture at the Overview Symposium, where I could share my ideas how we should see our earth and our brain as one, as the same. Because they are both unique. Everyone has a unique brain, and of course our earth is very unique, but it's also universal. This is what we share with us all. We all share the same brain, because we all have similar brains, and of course we all share that we're living on this beautiful planet. So That's something we all share. And what I presented in this lecture is that we should use technology and sensor technology to bring us together, not divide us to create inequality, but we should use this technology to bring us together. And actually what happens when you have a thought, the hippocampus makes connections with all the surface of this cortex by connectomes. And actually your cerebral cortex responds as one voice. This is important. So it's not one different area and one different area. As you can see that the whole cortex is actually a map where all different memories are stored on different places. And this is how this works with society and with cultural, different cultures on our planet. Actually they make connections, and we can see that sometimes things are similar. So what I would see is to see your cortex as a connected surface. And we have two important areas in our brain. It's in the limbic system. This is the amygdala, as your fear center. It's located in the insula. And you have your pleasure center. It's the reward center. And these two, that we have fear and hopes, pain and gain, are so important to understand the quality of our cortex. And they did some amazing research where researchers showed people different images. When they showed images that we are ruining the world by polluting and destroying and making big holes in the earth crust, the people are actually, the amygdala was firing. So it was a warning signal. This is something wrong. We shouldn't do this on our planet. And when they showed images of people are walking in nature with tranquility and birds, then actually the nucleus accumbens was lighting up, our pleasure center. So this is what we like. So if we know this from evolution and how this works, why in heaven are we ruining our world? So if you look at the emotional circuits, they influence actually our sustainable decisions. And this is why when I was 11 and I made these drawings, I had positive feelings about the future. And when we meet other people, when we have a social and emotional connection, that makes us happy. Then the reward center is providing us with dopamine and endorphin and serotonin. Now, why is this important? If we work together, if we create social connections with other people, then actually our brains are firing and wiring together. We are sharing the same neural networks. And this is why people, when they have long relationships, when one partner starts a sentence, the other partner will finish the sentence because they always had shared their own neural networks. And this is exactly what happens. And the more we share our emotional social connections with more people on Earth, and we have the technology because we are a technology-driven society, then we can overcome our differences. So I had a chance to do my promotion research at the University of Groningen. And my topic is trusting sustainability. And I researched trust attitudes. We have three main trust attitudes. The cognitive part, which is based on finding the right information to make the right decision. We have the affective, emotional trust attitude. This is how we feel when we are socially connected with other people. I feel your pain. Empathy is very important. Mirror neurons play a part in this. And of course we have the behavioral cognitive part, trust attitude. This is based that we share the same behaviors. And this is also a very old trust attitude. But if we share our common behaviors, then we are becoming stronger as a people. Well, if you talk about trusting sustainability, that means that you have to research the more complex trust systems. And system trust is that you have trust in the politics systems, that you have trust in banking systems, but you also should have trust in the systems of the earth. So system trust is very complex. It's too complex actually for the human. So we need technology to comprehend it and to bring it back in a kind of dashboard that is understandable for us as humans. And then we have the society trust. And this is that what unites us as all living creatures on this planet. And of course, pollution has no boundaries. Pollution has no borders. When you pollute the sea with plastic soup, it has consequences for everyone. There are now newborn children that already contain plastic, microplastics. So we have a huge challenge to make, and we need all these levels in trusting sustainability to solve this problem. And what I did, I did research on these levels, and what I found out is that the affective level, that the emotional, social emotional connections that we make are the strongest at the me and the we level, because that's what we understand great from our limbic system, and then they drop in significantly on the us and the them level, on the system level, because we don't know these people on a personal level anymore. It's too big. And then something strange happened. The social emotional level rises again on the all, on the societal level. This is what us connects and unites as a people, as one on this planet. So we have a huge challenge to overcome, because it's only the love for what we, for all living beings, which should have an unmuted voice. We have to repair this. We have to reconnect, to repair this lost connection with nature. And therefore we need different systems. We have to people focus, because we always thought that we were the most important people, of course, on this planet. And we created economic systems. This is the people, profit, planet triangle. And of course you have the planet, which is interconnected, that everything is intertwined. I mean, you cannot destroy one part of the ecosystem within the cycles, because then it's broken, the cycle is broken. So we have to repair this, and we have to resolve this connection. So what I propose is that we're going from a voting system, which is working for politics and governments, which is top down. You couldn't call this the old classic leadership voting. And you have, what I would think is a great idea, is voicing. And that is, there is no leader. We connect everything with sensor technology together, and we listen. We listen to the earth. We listen to what is alive. We understand, we do research on the ecosystems. So I think we need a voice. This is what I call the voicing system, that resonates universally, because this is a powerful trust message. So if every unique cell in our neural network is equally important, then they respond as an unmuted voice without leader. Every unique voice that speaks up is should be equally important. So think of it like this. There is no thought leader within the neural network. This is not how the brain works. This is not how the earth works. This is not how our evolution works. The network is the thought, activated by our electrochemical system, the action potentials that we have in the neurons. But this is what we share with almost any living creature on this planet. Even fruit flies have action potential nerve systems. So we are not that unique. We are more common than we are aware of. So what I want to say is, a single neuron can start firing on any given moment in a brain, at any given location in someone's brain, starting a worldwide movement by making the right social emotional connections with other people, by sparking millions of people to trust each other. This is about trusting sustainability, to work together on a common ground, on a sustainable future, and which unites us. I really, really believe that. It's time to unmute every single voice on this planet. And therefore, I propose a holistic system where every voice on Earth counts, by using the classical voting system. And we incorporate a new voicing system where we use high-tech sensor technology to understand and to create new possibilities. And was I naive when I made the drawing of this gas production and oil drilling? I don't think so. I think that the young children are not naive. I think we need their hope and new energy to create new opportunities. Therefore, we should measure our life and climate systems for our survival, for them to survive. So we need a human voting system, and we need a planet voicing system, where everyone has the same right and equal voice. Thank you.